Marvelous ham-ha, friends and loved ones, how are you today? So, back in the first year of my channel, I went over Hamtaro Ham-Hams Unite, one of my all-time favorite childhood games. In 2018, I went ahead and covered the sequel, Ham-Ham Heartbreak, which also ended up being a really great game. I thought this year I was going to cover the next game most people are familiar with, Ham-Ham Games. But then I remembered there actually is a third Hamtaro adventure game. Only localized in Europe, today we're looking at Hamtaro Rainbow Rescue.
It's Hamtaro time!
Unlike the other Hamtaro games I've played on this channel, Rainbow Rescue was developed by Alpha Dream, who were best known for the Mario and Luigi RPGs, and I'll say it right off the bat with no hesitation, this game looks great. The sprites are well animated, the backgrounds are just gorgeous for the Game Boy Advance, aesthetically, the game is fantastic. But what else would you expect from Alpha Dream? Okay, so let's quickly talk about some of the big differences here. Most notably, you no longer get to name your character, so this game marks the end of Hamtaro. Gotta call him by his real name this time around. And just like you, Narukami, Hamtaro has finally found his voice and actually has dialogue in this game. The game opens up with Bijou hanging out at Sunny Peak when she spies a rainbow, so she wants to show it to her friends. But by the time they all get back there, the rainbow is gone. We find out that the rainbow was made by Bo, the star of Rainbow Land, but his magic rainbow-making umbrella ran out of rainbow juice and he crashed into Boss. So now it's up to the Ham-Hams to help him get home. So in Rainbow Rescue, your job is to rescue the rainbow by finding 7 special ingredients correlating to each color of the rainbow. But you can't just go around grabbing any old thing. What's this, a carrot? You think that's orange enough to be orange? No, only an orange is orange enough to be orange, you got that? And that's essentially it. Just like in the previous games, your goal is to travel to new locations as they open up after learning what each new ingredient should be. Yellow is a sunflower petal, blue is a bird's feather, red is
the freshly spilled blood of the innocent.
Oh, and a green 4-leaf clover, of course. Now, unlike the previous games, this game no longer has the ham chat dictionary. Everything is just context sensitive. You want to say ham-ha to someone? Just walk up to them and press A. You want to pick something up? No need to hiff-hiff, just walk up to it and press A. Want to dig in a particular spot? Too bad. You'll need a specific ham-ham to do that. And that's just another way this game is different. Instead of just Hamtaro or just Hamtaro and Bijou, you can have a team of up to 8 ham-hams to help you get around. And sometimes you'll need that extra set of paws to help you get to hard-to-reach areas or carry heavy objects. While I do miss the HamChat dictionary, as I felt collecting new words to perform new actions was a great way to progress the game, solve puzzles, and give us a nice completion goal to work towards, this game gives each ham-ham a specific task they can do in the overworld. Oxnard basically takes over for any TAQ-related problems, Boss can break rocks with his pickaxe, Panda can make repairs to damaged floors, Cappy can f*** right off because he's the worst and I hate him, and Stan is apparently a druid who can bring life to plants through the power of dance. The point is, you may run into certain obstacles that require you to have certain ham-hams in your party, which is a pretty cool system, as it encourages you to remember who you might need to unlock new or secret areas. Speaking of needing certain ham-hams, allow me to get to the main new mechanic in Rainbow Rescue, the ham games. Basically, imagine if Mario Party was turned into an adventure game, and that's kinda what you're dealing with here. Need to cross over this river? Play a minigame. Need to ride on a bird to get to a new area? Play a minigame. Wanna look at cows? Play a minigame. I mean, come on, who would want to play a Hamtaro game that's basically nothing but minigames? Oh yeah. One day. What's kinda cool is that each minigame can only be played by a specific ham-ham. Luckily, most of the ones you have to do in order to progress can be done by Hamtaro himself, or at least a ham you're guaranteed to have at some point while progressing through the stage. It's kinda cool how each hamster specializes in a certain type of game. If it's more of a brain teaser, you'll probably need Dexter or Maxwell. If it involves physical strength, Boss will take care of it. If it involves food, then my main man Oxnard will step up to the plate. And to give full credit where credit is due, this game has a lot of variety in the minigames. There are rhythm-based games, memory games, fishing games, the worst thing in the entire game games, and even these Earthbound-esque JRPG boss fights where each Ham has unique stats and their own moveset. It's pretty cool. Sure, a couple of the games are basically identical, just with a different aesthetic, and some are just harder versions of the exact same game, but there are a total of 135 minigames on offer here, so I'll cut them some slack for reusing some mechanics now and then. Every time you clear a minigame or perform a task, you'll get a certain amount of rainbow points, and every time you hit 100 rainbow points, you'll get a sticker, which are basically the main collectible this time around. Do a side quest for an NPC? Have a sticker. Come back to an area and explore a new path? You'll probably find a sticker. Even when you lose a minigame, you'll be given a low-ranking pity sticker. There are a grand total of 451 stickers in this game, and I'm gonna be upfront and honest now, I did not get all of these because I didn't want to. You can also collect mats that you can decorate with the stickers you collect, and pages for a coloring book, which is a coloring book. Really, not much else I can say about it. I remember one of the things I criticized Ham Heartbreak for was that a lot of its levels didn't really feel like the hamsters were still interacting with the real world, and I think this game did a nice job of scaling that back some. I really like the stages in this game, and most of them fit pretty well for the ingredient we end up finding. We wind up going to the school and help the brilliant Inspector Ham solve the case of the missing shoe. We help defeat some violent chickens at the park. Heck, we even win a lifetime supply of shave ice at the annual Ham Festival and help Howdy with his booth. I will say, some of the levels, particularly the last two, kind of feel like they're phoning it in. They seem way shorter and more linear than the rest of the game, which is a real shame because I genuinely liked the Indigo stage. You get to go to the aquarium, and while all the stupid, dumb, idiot boys are off trying to collect indigo ocean water, the girls find an indigo seashell that's absolutely perfect, and even get it thanks to a, I'm gonna assume recently divorced Seymour, because Barrett isn't in this game at all. Girl power! We did it all without the help of those smelly, dumb, stupid boys. Oh yeah, also Broski is in this level, and who doesn't love seeing him? And I'm not really going to show off a lot from the last stage, but I will say the final showdown isn't anywhere near as awesome as Spat's giant robot from Ham Heartbreak. So, after we go through all 7 stages and collect all 7 perfectly colored rainbow ingredients, Bo fixes his umbrella and creates a rainbow bridge that takes him home. And that's it, right? Haha, wrong! Like all the previous games, Rainbow Rescue has a pretty meaty post-game. See, after finally fixing Bo's umbrella so he can make bridges to Rainbow Land, we learned that Rainbow Land's tourism has completely dried up. So now it's up to the Hams to become the Hamber of Commerce and hand out 40 invitations to the Rainbow Theater up in Rainbow Land. I hope you remember every single unique hamster in this game, cause now we've got to go recruit them. This is made a lot easier because now, when talking to Snoozer, you can pick and choose any hams you'd like to be in your party. A lot of these hamsters will just accept an invitation when you talk to them, like Broski, Auntie Viv, or Marin, who, by the way, in a game filled with adorable things, Marin the chestnut hamster is the most adorable thing in this game, and I will fight anyone who says otherwise. But a few of the hamsters will only come with you if you have a specific ham in your party, like Pepper will only come with you if you've got Oxnard, and some will join you if you've gotten someone else to come along first, like Elderham will only go if you've already recruited the aforementioned Auntie Viv. It's kind of fun recruiting all the hamsters to come to the Rainbow Theater, and it reminds me a lot of rounding up the Hams way back in Hams Unite. Plus, some of these hamsters are just super fun, like Dr. Peanut.
I don't believe that man's ever been to medical school.
A few of them have lengthy side quests you have to do in order to recruit them, and thanks to the new rainbow bridges, 2 whole new areas have opened up for us to explore, complete with new Ham games and people we can give invitations to. Once all the invitations are handed out, Bo invites the Hams to take part in a play at the Rainbow Theater that basically just repeats the entire plot of the game in a 6-minute long cutscene. And then the credits roll again. From here, you're free to track down any games you may have missed out on, and Rainbow Land has a special machine that lets you replay all the games, including the one-off games, which is pretty nice. And then you're free to just collect more mats, coloring book pages, and of course, stickers. I'm not sure if anything special happens when you get all the stickers, because like I said earlier, I just didn't do this, but I did get pretty much everything else, and that's good enough for me. Also, the only minigames I never beat were the second and third versions of this game, because seriously, this is the absolute worst thing ever. Why would they have this in the game? It's so bad! So that's Rainbow Rescue, and the biggest question I have is, why wasn't this game brought to America? Well, the game originally came out in 2003 in Japan, and was localized in Europe in late 2004. By that time, Ham Games had been released in Japan, Europe, and North America. Maybe Ham Games didn't do as well as expected, and I have no idea how well the other games sold, but it's weird to me that this game was skipped over in the States when they later brought over a DS Hamtaro game in 2008, long after the cartoon had stopped being dubbed in English and shown on TV here. I'm guessing this decision was made pretty late, since the credits for the game specifically mention Nintendo of America's localization team. And even though this game came out in Europe, the English text spells color the correct American way. Rainbow Rescue is by no means a bad game, but I think the shift from the Hamchat Dictionary adventure game style to the Ham Game system didn't do it any favors. I've gone back and played both Ham Hams Unite and Ham Heartbreak since I did my videos on them. And while Rainbow Rescue on the surface is just as cute, charming, and fun as those titles, some of the minigames you have to do really stick in my mind as not that great, and the thought of replaying them makes me question if I'll be coming back to this one like I do the others. Plus, getting all the stickers being so heavily reliant on Rainbow Point RNG makes me not want to complete this one like the ones before it. If you loved the earlier Hamtaro games like I do, I definitely recommend Rainbow Rescue. It's an adorable blast from start to finish. It just has a few more hiccups that, for me, don't give it the same long-lasting appeal. Now, if you'll all excuse me while I work out, gotta run on my wheel. Whee!